by the right of the council, by the will of the Force. Welcome back into another episode of the Galaxy Famous Halcyon Approved Jedi Talk podcast, Top 10 edition, gentlemen, here on the council. And what a way to wrap up 2022. It's been one hell of a fucking year. I missed the swear beep again. Whoops. It's been one hell of a year. And we're going to talk about our favorite moments as fans and canon moments. And Brad's over there playing with a doll, but I'll let him get to that in a second. But to my left, Evan T. Boucher joining us on the console. Oh, before that, I'm Tom Oakley, by the way. Hi, everybody. Evan T. Boucher joining us. Evan, how the fuck are you?
Hello there. Doing even better now that you actually introduced yourself. I was like, come on now.
Yeah,
don't forget yourself.
I forgot about that.
I had to take a long look at what actually happened in 2022. Cause
a lot of stuff bled over for me.
In the best way,
bit,
there was bleed over, but in the best way, it was a long year that had a lot of stuff happen. But I figured it out and have a decent top 10, maybe average top 10. I'll say average.
This is the first year for me in a while that doesn't feel like it's flown by.
Yeah.
Like 2020, 2021 flew.
Oh, really?
It was over.
This year flew by.
Really?
Ever since I've been in Florida, time's been flying.
Didn't fly to me. This one felt like a proper year. When I looked back on this year, I was like, that was this year?
Oh,
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. I'm Brad Hughes, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
At
about
least
that.
I can
I don't care.
remember my own name. But
Everyone who knows us knows my voice.
Yeah, no,
Facts.
but it's respect to say joining us. Finally, our other
To be
co-host
fair, I jumped in.
on the council. You did. You rudely jumped in over
we
there
would be
playing,
honored if you would join us.
playing with dolls. Where did that Mando doll
He's
go?
right
He's
here.
dangerously
He's
close
dancing.
to your crotch. Brad Hughes, everybody.
I cut a hole in him already.
Ew.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun episode, man. I'm excited about this. I think there might be some crossover, but I don't.
Well,
I think
yeah.
my list is gonna be a little different
Okay.
because I got to do some shit you guys didn't get to do this year.
Exactly.
But we'll get into it. So who wants to go first? I don't have any honorable mentions.
Neither do I.
So
Neither
who
do
wants
I.
to go first? So should we do rock paper scissors and then loser?
The first person who should go is the one who doesn't have a fart on the soundboard yet.
Evan, that's you, my
Fair
friend.
enough.
That was Brad's fart, by the way.
Well, that's perfect because my number 10 is something
It's Brad's fart.
that yes, best moment right there. Actually, it's my number 1. Dang. Spoiler
Spoiler
alert.
alert.
But it's something I didn't get to experience in person there, but I watched your excitement, Brad's excitement grow for it and his planning and all the hours he put in for it. But the celebration panel. So just seeing how awesome it was from
Adorable.
afar. Like, I wasn't
was fun.
there,
Now,
but
kids.
I was represented at Celebration. I never thought in my life that would happen.
Damn, you had stickers at Celebration. There's
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if I messaged the group or if I messaged one of you individual. I forget who it was, but when I was leaving the convention center, there was a Jedi Talk sticker on a light pole outside of the convention center.
Yeah, I think I at least saw that in a message or you told
Yeah,
me
I
that
feel like
story.
that was
Yeah,
our
I knew
group,
that.
I think.
Yeah, that's
but,
cool,
but
though.
anyway.
But
I
it was
remember,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's. I want to go back and see if it's still there because I remember exactly what lamp pole it was.
Fuck yeah.
That's funny.
Let's go look.
But I remember being with you and seeing your note cards and kind of timing it out with you and you were
I
like, did I
overly
forget
prepared
anything
for
here? I don't know. I don't think
was
you
it?
did.
I
Over-
overly
No, you
prepared.
didn't. No,
I
you
don't
didn't.
think you did.
No, you didn't.
I don't think you underprepared.
I did for
but-
me, because there was so much time I spent I was reaching out to friends, I reached out to Dallin and a few people, and I was like, did I miss anything? Because I wanted to make sure I got as much stuff as I did.
That's what was awesome though, because you were asking me and Dallin, Tom, everybody. You're like,
Yeah.
did I forget this? Do you have a note that I don't have? And we
It was
watched you
fun,
build
man.
the slideshow when we watched you practice it, and then to see it. And I watched you post when you posted on YouTube. I watched the whole
cool.
presentation too.
Thanks, man.
And I wasn't there, but I was represented by someone who I would have
You're
me
kind of
have
Star
represent
Wars-
me honorably.
You guys we're all kind of Star Wars canon. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not the
if
same thing, but it's close. We
Yeah.
were the
We are.
first panel back from Celebration.
that too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that later because
Yeah.
it's up on my list.
I'm
I
sure you
won't
can
be.
talk about it much more eloquently than I just did. But yeah,
It was
That's pretty
fun.
sick.
That's a good one, man. Thank you.
Brad,
Who's
what's
next?
your 10?
Me, my number
Yeah.
10. My number 10 is the speech from Andor.
Damn right.
which one?
The one at the very end.
Manifesto.
Oh, Fight the Empire?
Fight the Empire.
Oh,
F the Empire.
Marva's?
Yeah.
Fuck the Empire one. Yeah. The one
Oh,
at the,
I
one
thought
at
you were talking about Nemec's Manifesto.
No. The
Okay.
one at the end of the show. It got me.
That was a
fucking-
good one, too.
I knew it was really good because people who I knew that didn't like the show were messaging me going, dude, that fucking speech was awesome. I didn't love the show, we all know, but I feel like I wanted something from the show because I feel like it was a big part of this year. I mean, it was 12 weeks of this year. So I wanted something from it, and I think that this was the appropriate thing to put from the show. And and honestly, it's the only thing that like moved me like that in the show, where I was like, I could put it on the list, but I wanted to do it. But the speech was just so fucking. It got you fucking fired up.
Yeah.
And with everything going on in our country right now, it just got you fucking
Yep.
fire. Let's fucking go. So yeah, that was my number 10. Tom?
It's a good 10.
Keep your politics out of my Star Wars.
All Star Wars is politics.
Exactly.
It is.
It's
People are so
always
stupid.
been. It's always
It
been.
is. And this was more of like a us versus them thing.
Also, you can definitely not agree with something and still fucking like.
Yeah. I totally
this-
am fine
this-
watching some things
that
that
I don't agree
care
with.
about.
Like
yeah.
it's fine. Like you're not going to hurt yourself getting introduced to different ideas and different thoughts. Like
Right.
it's fucking so stupid.
Right,
You don't have
that's
to agree with
kind of what the point of the whole country is.
Not there's 3 people in this room.
Was
All
probably.
3 of us have different opinions on pretty
A lot
much
of
every
things.
topic.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're all friends.
Yeah, or I'm very nice fucking Evan. You know, fucking
Well, yeah, we
thoughts
saw
about
that
no
last
farts on the
episode. Yeah.
soundboard.
Yeah.
alright.
That's my only issue with you. No fart.
Only one. Wow.
Yeah.
I've gotten rid of a lot of issues then over the past 2 years, 3 years.
Number 10 for Tom.
10 for Tom.
Even though I
10 for Tom.
what the fuck was that all about?
I don't know.
Like, what's it like to have Todd Glass be funnier than you? Like,
Todd Glass.
yeah, he's terrible.
The comedian Todd Glass?
Yes, I was trying to make a Todd Glass joke. And
I like
turned
Todd Glass.
Oh, really?
But also, if he's
Yeah,
a
it's funny.
if he's
I
an
thought he was,
official
like,
comedian,
not
he's
a-
definitely funnier than me. Like, if he's a professional comedian, he better be funnier than
I
I am.
technically was a professional comedian. I got paid to do
You were.
stand-up
That's
multiple
hell
true.
times.
you,
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you are. My number 10, even though we did not see these people, we have not seen them yet on Planet on Batu West, I still like the moment in seeing the videos of guests of Boba, Mando, Grogu, and Fennec Shan being on
Oh, hell yeah.
Batu and Disneyland West. So that's a moment for
I have
me.
an unpopular opinion about this.
Ooh.
I think that it is fucking awesome that they're making them different.
You know
the
what?
different lands
yes,
different.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
gives
I'm
you
okay
reason
with that.
to go.
I mean, I get
don't-
jealous, but I'm okay.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
get jealous, but it gives me something to do on Batu.
Right.
A place I
true.
wouldn't fucking go
Yeah.
Right.
in Disneyland now. It gives
Yeah.
me something to do over there.
It's
I think
true.
it's fucking
'Cause
awesome.
I would avoid
Yeah.
it probably and do like
I've-
Indiana Jones 5 times. Or,
I've walked through it just so I could see. The last time I was there, I walked through it because it was like the day before my panel, and I just wanted to like make sure I remembered everything and just kind of walk through it because I'm doing a thing about
right. Of course.
But short of that, I wouldn't go. I mean,
Yeah.
and I
Well,
wanted
and-
I wanted to see the different.
And they have different merch, so I would have went. I would have done a lap just to see the merch and then go.
I
That's what
went
would
to
have
see something. It may have been the Vader helmet that was there.
done. Oh right, okay.
Last time I
before it
was
was
there,
here.
I did Rise and the cannons worked.
Really?
I would consider doing
haven't
Rise
haven't
just
done
for
Rise.
the cannons. I would consider it just
I
to
almost
see those.
flew
It was
out
back
to-
in boarding group time still.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Yeah.
I almost flew out to go to Rise's opening day at Disneyland.
I
and
know
only
you were
talked
this
me out
close.
of
You
it.
were this close.
I was like, Brad, you can't fly out and spend several $100s
Just
to
for
ride
something
a
that
For
you've
a
ride
ride
done.
something you already rode,
you
yeah.
can go do right there.
Come on, man.
But I'm a completist.
Uh.
My thought here was my this was my thing. I was there opening day.
Yeah.
At Disneyland.
Right.
I was here opening day.
Right.
I was there opening day for Rise.
Yep.
I'm a completist. I wanted to do Rise opening day there
Yep.
too.
You're a
I
completist?
conceded
All
because
right.
I was right. She was right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would have been stupid.
You heard that Brad said? His fiance was right.
She was right. So it's whatever.
Evan, what's your number 9?
Dang. What was I gonna say about that? Oh, as much as I love that too, with Boba and Mando and stuff in Galaxy's Edge, I feel so bad for those character attendants.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting just tackled and pushed, and no one cares about them. That's got to be a rough life. So
It's a hard
Yeah.
knock life.
number 9 for me. Also something on Batu with bounty hunters,
No.
but the Batu bounty hunting. At first, I was like, I'm gonna buy the Magic Band and do it. I was like, let's see, it's probably just a little fun thing. But I quickly got addicted to that. That was a lot more fun than I expected.
Okay.
And I've finished all 20 now, and I'm just kind of sad that there's no more.
I've yet
like
to.
I'm like, I
I
want to
will.
do it again. I want to do
I'm
more.
blacked out.
But if I do it again, it's gonna be the
Do
same.
you know
ones.
who the person is?
Yes.
The finale
Okay.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool when I found
That was
that
really
out.
cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
But hopefully
Yeah.
one day they can like spread it out more, where you're like you can pick a side. You're like, I'm gonna help the First Order go catch bounties of the Resistance members, or vice versa. I'm gonna help the Resistance by
Well,
hunting First
isn't
Order
bounty
people.
hunting like inherently neutral?
Yes.
It is.
So
But
that's-
I wish I could be like, I'm gonna take a contract that Vi put out.
Well, they should just have
for
like First Order
lieutenant, whatever.
officers, and they should have like rebel
Yes.
spot. Like there should
Yeah.
just be a rotation of those characters.
Yep.
Because
But they were all just randoms,
yeah,
which
Just
I would love it
random
to just be like hunt
But they
down
were-
Lieutenant so and so, and then
they
hunt
were
down.
new characters and they're canon, right? So all those
They
characters
all were
are
new, yeah.
were new characters put into canon.
Except
which-
for the finale one.
yeah,
But
except for the finale one. Spoiler alert. DJ
2, 1, DJ.
from The Last Jedi, which was so fucking cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, but then you went to the opening day of our Batu Bounty Hunters. Now you didn't
just
fly
love
to
that.
Disneyland's opening day
Suck
for their
it.
Batu Bounty
Slave
I
Hunters.
wouldn't have done it for
bitches.
that.
I know that even would make no sense.
That would make no sense. Hollywood would be like, Brad, we're hemorrhaging money. Please stop going to Disneyland for everything.
No, I need it. Brad, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is I'll touch more on this in a little bit with another one, but the introduction of young Leia. Now,
Ooh,
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think that it panned out the way I wanted it to, but it was such a fucking left turn in that premiere of Obi-Wan that I was like, oh shit, okay, all right. And it was such a cool setup. Now, whether they delivered, that's a different conversation. But the setup
Kind of beat
itself,
it to death.
But
Yeah.
I think they did. They
the setup
definitely did
itself
too
was
much.
fucking cool.
Oh, it was
to see.
great. Yeah,
It was fucking
yeah,
great.
It was great.
But the
she was like
actress
the
was
talk of
awesome.
the town. Yeah, she
She's
crushed
the best,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She fucking crushed it.
She's in
And
Bird Box, right? Yeah. She was Bird Box.
Oh, she's from a different. I've never seen her before, but
Yeah.
okay.
oh yeah, I remember hearing about that
We-
afterwards.
No,
I saw that movie.
We actually talked about it on the show.
yeah,
I
yeah,
probably
yeah.
said the same thing, but like, oh, I didn't know that.
It was like one of my first couple of shows.
Dang.
We talked about that as news.
Damn, really?
That's a good number 9. Yeah. We'd like
That was like
Oh, yeah, they
casting.
cast
the
her.
casting.
That-
Okay, I was
yeah,
like,
cast
I
her,
was
my
like- I was
bad.
like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one of your first shows. Was that no?
Kenobi
when they
episodes?
cast her.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah.
I had already
Interesting.
infiltrated the stupid by then.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
the introduction of that character was cool, and it was she fucking murdered that role.
Yeah.
It didn't pan out exactly how I wanted it to.
In terms
But,
of writing, anyway.
You
but
know,
yeah.
I guess all you have to do is just see what happens in Jedi Survivor, and then we'll know what happens with Obi-Wan.
In
season
Kenobi
2.
season 2. So
Oh my
Deborah
gosh.
Chow's just
Ever
waiting.
since I was a youngling, I trusted in the Force.
Yeah, and trusted that your storyline wouldn't be copied, Cal. But here we are, brother. Here we are. But my number 9 is simply the fun I had playing the Lego Skywalker saga.
I almost put this one on my list.
This was so fun from episode 1. Like, 'cause I went 1 through 9, right? Because that's how I do these things.
And apparently that's how George Lucas wants it too.
Yeah, you're damn
In that
right.
thing
he
I
does,
sent you
yeah.
guys.
I've always said
That's
that.
fuck right.
Yep.
I completely agree with him.
I've always
Yeah.
said
It
it.
makes
I've-
Star Wars better.
I've
I've
never
always
known.
said
I've
it.
always waffled.
I've
No.
always said
Now
it.
I'm like,
Waffle.
okay,
I wanna
I'll
waffle.
go episode 1 through 9.
I've always said 1 to the because if you see it and then you know the spoiler, it's not as fun as seeing it play out.
Yeah.
Yes.
First, someone new.
When I was showing my little brother, we never got to complete it, but we started at Phantom Menace. I'm like,
Yeah.
you just start, like, you know who Darth Vader is, but let's see how he gets there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You already know who he
It's
is.
not
You
like
don't
it's
need to-
a huge twist. Like, who cares? He's his father. Okay. Like, it doesn't. It's not like a
It was a
huge
wild
twist.
Wait,
twist.
what? Really?
Yeah.
I haven't
Well,
got
I mean,
to
like,
Empire yet.
Oh Jesus! Sorry, dude.
Oh, man.
Spoiler. I think at
Kidding.
the time it was
Kidding,
fucking.
people.
I mean, I know at the time it was nuts. Like, but I think
Yeah.
now everyone
Story-wise,
knows.
though, like in story, in the plot, doesn't make a big difference.
No.
Whose father he is? Who cares?
I think that's. Yeah, I don't know. I've always said 1 through 9 is the way to go.
Yeah.
1, 2, Solo, 3.
Well, Solo's after 3.
Sorry, 1, 2, 3, Solo, Rogue One, 4, 5,
5,
6,
6,
7, 8,
7, 8,
If
9.
you're just doing
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
But-
How would you incorporate the shows then?
Mandalorian would go right
Would you-
after Return
Timeline
of the
order
Jedi.
still.
Would you
Yeah.
still do timeline order for
Yes,
Mando?
absolutely. He'd go right
1,000,000%.
between 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't really make.
Not yet. But they keep saying it's gonna.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think we need a complete
No,
season.
Mando season 2 lines up. I've watched that last episode with Return of the Jedi, and it fucking slaps.
Oh, I was not thinking about Luke. Yeah, you
He's
definitely
saying
have
going
to.
forward to the
Yeah, yeah,
sequels.
yeah.
There's
Right.
not a whole lot of like.
Oh, right.
connection.
Yeah.
Not
I
yet,
guess.
but there will
Not
be.
yet, yeah.
But it's closer to 6, so it makes more sense that there's more connections to
Mhm.
the sequel. or
Totally.
The original
Totally.
trilogy.
Yeah.
I fucking love Return of the Jedi.
It's my
Ooh,
second
God
favorite.
damn,
I
I
know
love
it's your
that
first.
movie.
It's my
My first.
second. Your and mine's 1 and 2 are
Yeah, they're
flopped.
flops.
Yeah.
I mean, you could talk. I could talk myself into either one on any given day.
I get
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I could be like, no, Last Jedi's the best.
You just got to put Jedi in the title, and it makes Brad happy.
Dude, I love. We've said this since day one, but I love seeing the tide change already on Last Jedi's opinion. It's
Yep.
starting already.
Let's
It's a
just
little sooner
revisit.
than I thought.
Can't wait to see what it's like next year when we're doing our top 10 moments from 2023.
Yeah.
Evan, though, what's your number 8?
Not that. See, like not that segue. That was my not top 8 moment there. That segue was probably our worst segue of all time.
Was it?
I appreciate the effort though.
All
Because
right.
we were on a Brad
trying
and
to-
me
he was
tangent.
trying to keep
We
us
were
on
just-
track.
Yes.
Yeah, I was.
My number 8.
Let's see you do a better
is-
tangent over there. Never host a fucking
I-
show.
I can't. You're right. I never have, and that trend's gonna continue.
Into 2023.
Into
Yeah, we're not going to let
2023.
you, bitch. It's your number 8, cocksucker.
So anyway, that's the second worst segue. Of, no,
I kicked your ass.
third worst segue. No. Speaking of Leia, the finale of Kenobi when she gets returned to Alderaan and Obi-Wan's just like, you remind me of your mother when this and this,
Yeah,
and you
that's
remind me of your father. Like that was an Evan moment. I was just crying on my couch. So
How many times you cried on your couch this year?
Fan
Oh, man,
service
I
is
can't
okay
count.
in Star Wars, not in Marvel.
what? Where's the fan service?
The fuck is
That was all fan service.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So you've never like seen your kid and be like, wow, you're like me, like you're doing that thing like me. Like that's not fan service.
It's totally fan service. It's not his kid.
No, but he's like.
I've never said that about someone else's kid. You remind me of your
He's like-
mother and father.
He's like their uncle though, like their family, like, and it's a pretty touching moment, and like it's gonna help Leia build going forward to become Leia. Like that's not fan
Don't
service.
you think Peter Parker losing everything and
Yes.
Spider-Man is a pretty moving moment?
that is?
Okay.
Yes, I've never. I just
I
that.
like getting him fired up about Spider-Man.
I've
I
always
know.
said
That's why I'm
the
doing
ending
this.
was great for like his character because that's Spider-Man.
I'm just trying to get you riled up about Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, that's not a top moment of 2022. That was the worst
Yeah,
moment
because
of
it came out.
2022.
No, it came out in 2021. So that was the
Oh.
top moment of
That was
2021.
December of 2021.
Fear, 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 fear.
Fuck you, Evan.
That's a good sign. My brain has almost purged it from my brain. I'm almost there.
All right, well, you get to your number fucking 8 already. What did you say
You
it
did.
was?
I did.
All right. I
Ah.
forgot. What's your number 8?
You're not paying attention over
I
there.
am paying attention.
Nope,
I'm so
you're just
angry.
trying to trigger me about a bad movie.
No, he was trying to trigger
That
you
was-
about
it was
that.
me.
That's
It was
true.
me.
That's our other fart. That's a synthetic AI fart. It's not the glory you
Do
get
you
out of
think
our
that-
butts.
Do you think AI could generate a fart?
They
AI's
just-
been generating
yeah.
a bunch of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta have it generate a Jedi Talk fart.
After we get Evans, we need to
you know that
complete the
You can
Trinity.
generate yourself an AI if you type in Tom from Jedi Talk. It knows who we are.
Yeah,
I had an
Creepy.
I had an AI generate a picture of me. It was Brad from Jedi Talk interviews Joe Rogan or something like that, and it was me in a my Jedi Talk T-shirt, and it was like all fucked up.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. AI knows who we are. It's very unsettling.
Jonathan Toothass.
Jonathan Toothass. My number.
What's
what
your
were we,
number 8, Jonathan?
My number 8 is the panels that I got to see live at Star Wars Celebration that included the live action stuff.
Ah, very cool.
Because that shit was
like
on
the
point.
Ahsoka shit,
Yes.
and the Mando.
People losing their shit when they kind of showed Ezra for a second.
And, hell yeah.
That was
I
fucking
can't wait to
nuts.
see him in Thrawn.
That
Can't
was
wait to see
nuts.
Thrawn live action.
Dude, I'm so fucking jet. Ahsoka's is like the thing that I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, as soon as Kenobi
wait.
ended, I'm like, all right, Ahsoka, I'm ready.
Fuck Skeleton Crew.
I think Ahsoka.
not fuck Mando season 3, but like I'm excited
Oh,
about that.
whoa,
but
Mando
yeah.
season 3.
But
yeah,
I
ooh.
think Ahsoka
But
went in
I'm
front
way
of
more
Acolyte
interested.
even for me.
yeah, I'm way more interested in Ahsoka than
especially
Mando.
then they got Trekkies working on Acolyte.
Because they answered a lot of the questions that I was having about the series as a whole with the child and
Yeah.
and Mando, Grogu and
or
Mando.
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, and Book of Boba Fett. So like, I mean, obviously I'm so excited, but Ahsoka you have my full attention, Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw Ashley Eckstein at Cosmic Rewind the other day.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Did
You
we?
also-
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I
you
remember
also
if we did.
sent a
creeper
picture to
photo.
us. Yeah, a creeper photo.
It was
You're
very
like,
nice.
really?
I went,
Snap, snap.
Ashley! And she didn't hear me, so that's why I just took
She's sick and tired of you.
She's like, Brad,
She's
enough.
like, this guy again?
This
God.
guy again? No, I'm not coming on the podcast. We could probably get her on the podcast.
Yeah, why not? All right, my number 7. That's about all we can play. But it was the beginning of our video, gentlemen, that we did. I'm including this as Star Wars moment, but when we had fun just right outside this garage filming that video of Evan getting the high ground, that is my number 7.
Oh, that was a fun.
Because it was a lot of fun. It's on our Instagram out there. I'm pretty sure it's on the YouTubes as well.
It's good stuff. I'm actually changing one of mine real quick.
Okay.
'Cause I had a moment that I was thinking about that I forgot.
Denise Fat.
That's exactly what it was.
The Denise Fat moment. Ladies and gentlemen, the Impractical Jokers, Joe Gatto is actually going to be here live in Orlando May 21st.
Did you see all the dates he's doing?
Yeah, he's doing
Holy
tons.
shit.
I grabbed tickets for the Orlando at the Walt Disney Theater.
Oh, and Dr. Phillips?
And Dr. Phillips, yep.
I want to go. We should have told me. We could have all gone.
I thought I did tell you.
No. I found out just now.
Texted. Chatted to you. I swear to God I did.
I found out
Oh.
today on the toilet on Instagram.
Sitting on a toilet.
Oh!
Sitting on the toilet.
There we go.
I forgot it was even on the
Yeah.
soundboard. Oh, that's great. Yeah. We're
Evan,
gonna-
what's your number?
My number 7?
7, yes. 7, Evan. 7th, Evan.
The date, gentlemen, for this event was May 31st of 2022. This was another Evan moment that we already discussed in our top 10 Evan moments. But May 31st, I'm on Batu, doing my merchandise lap, and like, oh, Doc still has nothing new. Cool, got it. Moving on. Oh, there's still nothing here. Got it. But then I look outside, I see Rey and Chewbacca walking amongst the peasants.
Ah.
Roman characters were back on Batuu.
That's cool.
That's a big
And
moment, man.
I forgot that happened this year.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
I didn't have it, and I was like, wait, let me check again when this happened. It happened this year,
Nice.
and I never thought it was gonna happen. I never thought we'd get Roman characters back. So the fact that I was wrong, thank God I was wrong. I lost it there in Batuu. Just a grown man crying in front of Batuu bounty hunters while Chewbacca walks by.
Did Chewie,
No big deal.
Chewie give you a hug?
No. He was like, screw that guy. He's
Meet
first
me
order.
in room 414 later for a little Wookiee action.
Never.
Brad, what's your number 7 over there playing with dolls and
My number
ADHD?
7. I'd love it. My number 7 is, and I can adjust if it's not, but I think this was this year. It was the Book of Boba Fett with Mando.
Yep, this year.
That was this year.
That was this
Because
year.
we only had one Book of Boba Fett that was last year, one episode. The opener
Okay.
was
Yes.
like late December.
And it
Because
was
crossover, spoiler alert, it's on my list too, kind of.
okay. That whole thing, seeing him, specifically the moment for me that stands out is one that I think of the most is him in that meat locker room
Dude, yeah.
where he walks in with the dark
Slicing
saber, and you're
dudes in
like,
half.
oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mando season 2.5 is here. That I just
It
I-
made
I was-
episode 4 so much better when they ended with
Yeah.
when like Book of Boba Fett's like, I need help in my soul.
They're like, I know a guy.
Yeah. That made the whole episode worth it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then 5 and 6, and we'll probably be talking about 6 later. But
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's when he goes in, not 6. But
This was my
your-
Boba Fett,
Number 5.
Yeah.
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Your
recommend,
moment
like,
is when
moment.
he
It's-
murks the Cleveland Browns mascot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right through the table.
Yeah.
So good.
It takes his. Doesn't he take the head?
Yeah.
To somebody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he wraps it up in the thing, and yeah, dude, that's
It's a good way to open
fucking-
the. Welcome back, Mando.
Yeah.
Dark
Yeah.
saber and shit up. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And that whole thing with him and Grogu, like that whole arc as a whole was
Yep.
just like
Yep.
exactly what I wanted. I had no expectations of getting that in Book
Yeah,
of Boba
no.
Fett, which
Nope.
was
Nobody
fucking
did.
great.
Nobody did.
Because then you have to muck up a half a season of Mando. You can just
You go straight to the
Straight into the
Mandalore
shit.
part
Yep.
of Mando.
Right.
Yeah.
Finally.
season 3 is going to be fucking fire.
Battle for
kids.
Mandalore.
Bo-Katan, you going down?
Hey, Mando is coming back, baby.
Hey,
Can't wait for-
Mando.
Hey, Mando. I can't
Yep.
wait for it. All right. Tom. Number, what we got, 6?
10, 9, 8, 7.
7 for Tom. 6 will be mine.
Yeah. 7. Be careful, guys, because my 7 is all of the Andor series.
Wow.
So, I've spoken at length. I'm not defending the show right now, but it's just the connections I made with the characters, especially look, Luthen was fucking awesome. Mon
Yes.
Mothma, that was
Agreed.
great.
Agreed.
Yes.
Nemec, I loved that character for obvious reasons.
See
The
the
Al-
Manifesto guy?
Yes.
Okay.
The Aldani scene is some of the most visually stunning thing I've ever seen in Star Wars.
Agreed.
Yes.
And it wasn't bad enough for me to not like enjoy that part of Star Wars this year because yes, it was different. Is it in the top of what I liked with Star Wars? No, but it's not in the bottom. It's in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's in the middle for me, too. I mean,
It's high middle, but it's not like
oh, it's low middle for me.
no. I
Yeah.
figured that. I like it better than both of you
You
guys do.
definitely
But
do.
yeah,
Mhm.
you say that like it's a threat. You
No, it's
definitely
you definitely
No,
do.
I'm
You definitely do. You definitely like it more
doing
than
a
we do.
bit.
It's fine.
It's a bit. I'm trying to.
No, I don't do bits on the show.
I do.
Hold on.
I don't joke. This is a very serious podcast. I remember one time I
We
gotta
would never
I gotta,
play farts on this show. That's how serious it is.
I gotta. That's not funny to me. And we should take that off. You mother, son of a.
and that
son
one
of-
time with the, and then when you put the up your,
Armadillo penis.
the holiday armadillo.
All right, you were talking about one time at band camp.
I don't remember
One time
what
at
he was
band
talking
camp, I
about.
stuck a flute. Are you manning it?
Maybe.
I was gonna go.
Time to find out.
One time at band camp, I stuck a flute up my cock hole.
All right, that was Evan. What's your 6th? Number
In all seriousness, one time I remember getting a comment one time on YouTube when the podcast was early. It was before you guys. I was doing it by myself, and the guy goes, "This is so unprofessional."
What?
He goes, "This guy is just joking around all the time." I was like, "I'm sorry. The next time I'll take." It was.
You got to wear a suit when you do this, Brad.
Fuck, I wish I remember what it was. It was
But
something.
with no pants.
It was something of like, I'm sorry. Next time I'll take the closing of the Great Movie Ride more serious. Like it was something like so trivial, and I was. It was
Yeah.
like I think it was actually a food thing. I was like, I'm sorry. Next time I'll take my review of the Liberty Tree Tavern waffle a little more serious. It was something like that.
But you know what? At the end of the day, like that is something serious to us. Was Great Movie Ride closing? But it's not serious.
It's not serious.
Like
but
it means a lot to me. But at the end of the day, who cares?
I think it was a food review, and I was like,
Even
I'll
more
take.
so.
I'd love to find that comic because it cracked me up. I remember like telling people about that comic because it was so fucking stupid. All right, Tom, where we at?
Evan's
my number six. Very similar to my number 7,
Yeah.
but even better because it's for the order. The date is October 30th.
Gay.
I'm at
Wait,
work.
do I have a gay alarm? I don't think
I'm at
that'll be the gay alarm.
I'm at work. I hear rumors that over in Hollywood Studios, the lieutenant is back on Batuu. So I'm like, I get off at like 5. I can make it over there in time to go see it. So
Is it Croy on Batu as well?
No, because there's a
Okay.
female lieutenant.
But Croy's been on Batu recently.
Actors that play Croy have been on Batuu.
Okay,
it's not Lieutenant Croy.
Lieutenant Croy.
Facts.
It looks like him,
Well,
especially
yes.
when it's our Lieutenant Croy.
Yep. When it's Adam or Jason, they do look like Croy.
Right.
But they're not. They're his twin, I guess. LaCroix. Anyway, October 30th, I hear the lieutenant's back on Batuu. I
Did you
get
drink
off of
LaCroix
work.
on the couch?
Yes.
Where's it?
So
The
yes.
salmon flavor?
Nope. That is too far. This is a serious show, Tom. We don't make these kinds of jokes.
I didn't see it when I pressed it. I'm just thinking.
Was that just a random button? You didn't even.
Just like this one.
Was that Master of Puppets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Faster on here
But
somewhere.
that was another Evan. That was another Evan moment where I got off work, sprinted over there.
I'm having an
He
Evan
was
moment,
there,
I'm crying,
and,
but it's
and
from
I
laughter.
cried. But
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
because once again, I never thought he was coming back to Batuu. So yeah,
Maybe our funniest string of podcasts all year.
Back
these
to back.
Back to back.
that's the way
ones.
to end the year, man. Right here. This is how you do it.
Oh, shit.
That joke pays off if you listen to the other episode. Makes it funny. Brad, what's your number 6? You can't come to me with
Why aren't we playing the laughing button? The laughing button when it's Brad's laugh.
Oh, hey,
Why aren't we
Buttley.
playing that button?
I'm having a heart attack. Can't breathe. Where's Buttley? I've done so much on here. I have to compartmentalize.
No, you don't need to push it because he sounds like it. We got it.
It's here it is.
I'm going to laugh myself into a fucking asthma attack. Jesus
I'll
Christ.
let myself right into the
Oh,
ER.
God.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
that's good
I love
cardio
this
right
fucking
there.
podcast so much.
It is.
Oh, God, this podcast is awesome. All right. Where
But it's
we
not
at?
professional. Not professional.
Can you
though.
be a little more serious when you're talking about nonsense?
About a lieutenant on
I don't know.
a
It's
on
what you'd like
Batuu?
to hear.
All right.
Yes.
I
You
said
stop
the-
this foolishness.
what
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
foolishness would
shit.
you like to see?
Yeah.
Okay, this one, where are we at? 5?
6.
Six?
You're on 6.
6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. This was something that happened at Celebration, and there was a clip that I had of it because it made me laugh so hard. After I didn't know I was recording it, but it was the Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan saber being announced at Star Wars
Yes.
Celebration.
Yes.
I was so fucking excited about that. You have no idea. I mean,
Yeah.
if you hear I literally didn't think I was recording.
Yeah.
And
I went,
I'm sure the moment you picked it up at Batu this year is on your
Oh,
list.
definitely.
yeah, you would think it would be.
But-
However,
No, that's on his top
No.
2024
they
moments.
announced
That's what that is.
They announced that shit in May, and we're still not here.
Yep.
You know what that deserves? That deserves a bite I haven't hit in a while. Price is Right fail Qui-Gon.
I'd rather drink salmon LaCroix.
Do you remember?
I remember my number 6.
Evan looks like he's got PTSD when you bring that up. He's like, Jesus
talking about
Christ.
I love it.
Wait, what?
Well, I'm gonna go
Oh,
with my 6. I
hit
can't
the
handle
quick,
anymore.
quick. Your number,
Yeah,
whatever.
my number 6.
Six.
When I was across the pond in Paris, smelling French people with cheese.
Fromage is what
There were
they call
two
it.
things I did that I'm going
Omelette
to.
du fromage.
There were two things I did here that. Well, first and foremost, I know it's a bit of mine to crack on the French people. I had some bad experiences with them, but the cast members
They
at
had
Disney,
some bad experiences with
they
you.
absolutely did. Like American stereotypes. I'm sorry, country, but the cast members at Disneyland Paris were fucking amazing. And if you ever hear this podcast, like, you guys were awesome. I don't know if you were faking it, but you were better than I've seen some at Disney World and Disneyland.
Disney World
It's
cast members
Probably
are
most.
trash.
Probably most.
I know, but they put up with a lot. They truly do. But anyway, when I was in Disneyland Paris, I did their Hyperspace Mountain, which is a permanent fixture. That was tremendous. I did it 3 or 4 times. Just seeing, like, you know, it's like if Aerosmith and Guardians, like Cosmic Rewind, had a baby that wasn't as good as Cosmic Rewind that went upside
Evan's
down.
gonna have an aneurysm.
Yeah, I know.
But I
But
feel like that's an apt comparison.
there were
I haven't ridden it.
there were but there's screens on this ride
Yeah.
because there's, you know, Star Destroyers blowing shit up and whatnot. You're blowing stuff up at it too.
Retroactively screens. Because it was initially just Space Mountain Mission
Right.
2.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah. But yes.
True.
Wait,
Um,
what are we talking about?
Hyperspace Mountain in Disneyland Paris.
Not what I thought you were. I completely was I'm sorry. I was not paying attention. I thought you were talking about the Rock and Roller Coaster redo.
Oh no, not
sorry.
Avengers Campus.
Sorry,
no, this
sorry,
is Star
sorry.
Wars,
No,
man.
Sorry, dude. I was not. I was responding about dinner a second ago. I was not paying attention. My apologies.
There are screens on Aerosmith as well, or on Flight Force.
That's why I was like
True.
confused. I was like, there's
True.
screens. They put
Yeah.
proper screens on Flight Force.
They absolutely
Yeah.
did.
Weird. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, and then meeting Vader too there, not that far from Hyperspace Mountain. That was the best interaction I've had with Darth Vader ever, meeting him.
Does he speak English?
Yes, he
And
does.
French or just English?
I only heard English.
He's like,
Dang.
Parlez-vous français?
That'd be crazy. Now I want to know.
Les Resistance.
La Rebellion. No, he doesn't know who the Resistance are.
That's
La
true. It'd be
Rebellion.
Kylo.
Vive la Rebellion.
Can you imagine a French Kylo? It'd be weird.
No, I didn't even say this part, but you know how they let you in to see Vader, similar how like they do at Launch Bay, where because it's like their mini Launch Bay. They call it a starport. Like you get in line. It was only 20 minutes, and Courtney and I were looking to leave because we'd done everything. We're gonna go back to the hotel, chill, and then go back at night. And I'm like, let's meet Vader. It's 20 minutes, right? I want to meet one character in Paris. And like, why not be Darth fucking Vader, right?
Wasn't Donald? Wow.
No, I just
Dang.
I couldn't get to him. The
Wow.
characters are
True.
way popular there.
That's true.
Like people rope drop them. That's why I was able to get on
Mm.
Phantom Manor like 10 times in a row.
Noted. Okay,
They
I'll do
rope
that
drop
when I
the
go.
characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
They do not rope drop the adrenaline rush rides like we do here.
I meant to ask you:
Yeah.
are character breakfast and dining like a thing there?
You know that now that you say that, I've never watched like a
I
YouTube
completely
video of
meant
like
to ask you this.
we're
Like,
in
is that
France
a
and
thing?
we're doing the character dining. It's not like a thing that I've seen
I
on YouTube.
don't remember character dining ever being a
Wow.
thing.
It's because
They have a-
Americans are too lazy.
Yeah.
We want food and characters
They
at
have
the same
a
time.
bomb ass restaurant though through Pirates, just like Disney. It's like their Blue
Captain
Bayou.
Jack's.
It's
There's
not
just
Blue
Captain
Bayou.
Jack's.
Yeah, there's this Captain Jack's.
There's this
Yeah.
Captain Jack's.
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Did you eat there?
No, I couldn't get in.
Dang.
I ate at the Walt's restaurant. That's the
Yeah.
one I wanted to. That was on my list, but yeah, I didn't see any character dining. So
Weird.
yeah.
Good call. And yeah.
So anyway, with Vader, you know how they bring you in. Courtney wanted to see, so she peeked her head in, and Vader didn't like that, and he walked her back to where I was. So and he was like accosting her.
He'll do that
Like,
here too.
Yeah. Like, and I was like, "This is awesome." And, you know, he comes in. He's fucking taller than me, so it's like I love it. And then when we got in, I pledged my allegiance to him, and he told me to rise. So it was just so cool.
How tall are Vader's here? Like 6'5"?
The
with
tallest
suit
I've
on?
seen is
tall.
6'5".
Yeah,
But
they
David
gotta be-
Prowse was like 7'2". I mean, I know you can't.
can't be
you
7
can't be
feet,
7
yeah.
feet
I've
and
seen
get
Vaders that are
people.
taller than Chewies. We have way too short Chewies.
Our Chewies are pretty short.
Yeah, it's
but
bad.
They
Launch
should both
Bay
be around
and
the same
Edge
height.
Chewies.
But can someone look up like David Prowse was like 7? He was a bodybuilder, right?
I don't
Yeah.
think he was
Huge.
7. I think he was like 6'7", 6'8". Give or
I
take.
thought he was like maybe 6. I mean, 7's
You're
a little
talking like
aggressive.
Chewie. Chewie was 7 foot.
Peter Mayhew was he
Yeah,
7?
Peter was 7.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of.
But
But David Prowse was like he was
he was
tall
like
as shit.
6'7", 6'8", maybe. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
All right.
Go ahead. Who's
Anyway,
next?
No, it's Evan's next. You're 5.
Were you done?
Yeah.
Okay,
with,
I
with
feel like
my,
I cut you off a billion
No,
times.
no, you didn't. No, I was
Okay,
done
okay.
with Disneyland Paris. I've talked about that at length. So.
That's true.
Number 5.
Never have enough
He's
of
only
that Euro
6'6",
Disney.
David
6'6"? Okay, I was
All right,
kind
then.
of close.
I'm
Fi-
sure with like the
same height
boots
as
and
Michael
stuff
Jordan.
they would
Oh,
put
yeah.
on
Yeah.
Vader. These
Plus the
probably-
helmet, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he might have been around
Who
7.
protect my head? So.
3-inch heels. I'm sure he was
Yeah.
probably
3-inch
boots,
stripper heels.
stripper heels with clear. Those are clear heels on me.
My number 5 is, we touched on it already, Book of Boba Fett, but Mainly the Luke Ahsoka stuff. That
Yeah,
stuff
that's
hit.
a
That stuff
crossover.
hit hard. Yeah, I knew it would be on yours for sure, but the Grogu Mando stuff was awesome. But like, I knew we were gonna get that eventually in Mando somewhere, but it was still awesome. Not taken away from it. But the fact that we got Luke and Ahsoka stuff, like, especially in Book of Boba Fett, didn't see it coming. And hopefully we'll get more, and I'll gladly take more. But that stuff was awesome.
I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of Ahsoka and Luke interacting. I wish we would. I wish. I'm wondering if Ahsoka. I'm wondering this. I'm wondering if Book of Boba Fett, that scene with Mando and her, like if the show starts from that point.
It does. That point when she leaves Luke
Has to be.
No, she goes to pick up Sabine Wren. The furthest thing we've seen of Ahsoka is at the end
The
of
Rebels, yeah, that's like
Her
a
in that white
huge
cloak.
time gap.
She's picking up Sabine Wren.
yeah.
yeah.
So her leaving Luke,
About that.
always remember her
Yep.
leaving Luke. She's going to see Sabine Wren, so that's
Yeah.
when Ahsoka's going to start for us. Now, I very much expect
Oh,
Luke
shit.
to be in Ahsoka. She's definitely going to go back to his planet
Oh, yeah,
because
oh,
he's
yeah.
still there. He's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't Last Jedi.
this
This isn't Last
this is
Jedi.
the
He
beginning
doesn't
of him
leave
setting
that
the
planet,
school
which
up.
Yeah.
you've mentioned the name of, but I keep
Ossus?
forgetting.
Ossus.
Yeah,
So
he doesn't leave that planet
weird.
till the Knights of Ren
I like the name,
slash
though. It
Kylo.
fits.
It's a good name. Yeah.
Wherever the fuck that came from.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Visual
it's a leak.
dictionary somewhere or something.
I looked.
I stumbled
No?
on it.
I looked.
Dang.
He
I fucking stumbled on it.
We
Wikipedia,
were talking about
maybe?
this-
Is it?
we were talking about this. Wikipedia references it, but they'll go, this planet was
Right.
referenced. They
in
don't.
this
And then
thing.
said it was
they
in The
don't-
Force
they won't
Awakens.
say where the name comes
Weird.
from.
Huh.
I did an hour of research
Yeah,
the other day
yeah.
looking for this.
I believe you
looked-
too. I know
came
it's
out-
not
I texted Tom. I was like, I'm looking through
Yeah.
visual dictionaries. And
Context.
I can't find it.
wild.
I can't find it.
I've never seen it written down either. I've just
No.
heard Ossus.
I was like, it's got to be in Kylo Ren. Not there.
Nope,
not in, the
not
comic.
in there.
It's not there. So I don't know where the name came from. I'm thinking it might be a leak.
Probably.
Maybe. Yeah.
And someone added it to Wikipedia.
I
or
think I've only
Wikipedia.
heard it on like YouTube videos with like 20 things missed in
Or
Book
maybe
of
like
Boba Fett.
Dave Filoni mentioned it in passing to
Something
somebody.
like
Maybe
that.
something like
It's
that.
like, oh
It's
yeah,
gotta be something.
he's on Ossus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me.
Yeah. Forgive me. What's your number 5, Brad?
My number 5 is in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the scene where Vader lands on that, I forget the name of
Oh.
the planet, and just starts murking people.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
walking
yeah.
through the town center and just clicking heads.
Oh,
and
so
Yeah.
good.
that was, I remember going, oh shit, is this the direction the show's going to, it didn't.
It
But
did
is this
for 5 minutes.
For a minute.
Yeah.
It did, but like, I
It's
was
all
like, is this how dark they're going to get with
How much
this?
Vader did you want killing people like that, though? Did you want more than that?
Every time
No,
he was
it
on
was-
screen.
it
I
was-
just
That's what I'm
didn't-
talking about.
Yeah, I was hoping that they would go, like, to me, this is peak Vader in Obi-Wan
Yeah,
Kenobi.
this slash Rogue One is like
Yeah.
Vader at his peak.
So if you have the hallway scene to compare it to, I wanted that
Yeah.
every time because he's furious, and especially when he thinks he's hunting down his old master.
Can I ask a quick question
Mhm.
since you mentioned Darth Vader? And this is the time period of peak Darth Vader. Is he going to reprise his role in Survivor?
Vader will be there, I bet, but it's not going to be James.
Well, I know it's not James, but it wasn't James in Fallen Order.
True.
Yeah, so
Vader's going to show up.
you think
I don't think he's going to like fight Cal, but it might just be like you play a
what
side
if-
mission to
what if
somebody
you,
else.
Well, hold
No,
on. What if you
I
get a
don't think
proper
so.
fight with Cal? Because Cal didn't get a proper fight with him last time. He just
no,
ran. You just run from
it
him.
would
Yeah.
I don't know. I say no because I think that that wouldn't be a big reveal. If it didn't happen in the first one, yes. But now that the
Unless-
finale can't be the same finale twice,
Unless Vader kills him.
unless Deborah Chow's writing it.
We love
Yeah.
you, Deborah Chow, but
Unless
yes.
Vader kills Cal.
Dude. That would be an ironic ending
I
because
know
it's
you've
called
been
Survivor.
working with my master.
What if that's how the game ends?
I'm
Tell me
convinced
where Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan's-
is.
I'm convinced Obi-Wan showed up in this.
Tell me where Obi-Wan is. Nope.
Is that how
He
you
dead.
want Cal to go out?
No. Well, if he's gonna go out and my favorite
love
Jedi,
Anakin, yeah.
fuck. I mean, all right. Because it just serves Vader's character. I like
Yeah.
a good death in fantasy. Like it serves
Especially-
the
I
do too.
character.
Especially after the last like
I want
5 years
I
of
want
Vader
another
where he
game.
loses to everybody. To see him get a win would be cool.
I was trust. Actually, I don't want. I truthfully don't think
trilogy of
Cal's.
games.
Yeah, I truthfully don't think Cal's dying in Survivor. I don't, because they'd be fools not to use him in live action yet. So
yes.
fools. So, yeah, great moment, man. I love that moment.
So I mean, we know the Grand Inquisitor is going to be like probably the main villain then in Survivor.
I think he's gonna be part of it. I think there's something we don't know yet.
The more I like watch and like read about Survivor so far, I feel like that guy in the Bacta is a High Republic Jedi.
You're probably right.
So and he might be kind of disillusioned. Maybe he's
Yes.
a little evil.
That actually fits in with
So-
a character that I've talked about a lot on the show.
Yeah, so I feel like this is like a semi-evil High Republic
I didn't know
Jedi.
that was a theory.
Yeah, the more I look at him, his
That-
robes
There's lots
even
of
look
theories,
High
and
Republic-y.
that
they're
would
probably
be
incorporating High Republic.
Fucking awesome,
Yeah,
to
I think
put
it
that
is.
in that.
I think that's what they're doing.
dude. Yes, and I know exactly who I want it to be.
Ooh, you have one. I don't.
I
to
have a
pick that
Jedi.
even.
I have a Jedi that I would want it to be.
Is
I'll-
Great Storm dead? Could it be Loden?
That's exactly who I want it to be.
no,
Loden
Loden
Greatstorm.
holy heck!
They'd have to like keep him pristine at like the age that
Dude,
he's
if
at.
it was
like,
Loden,
Dog.
Yeah.
wasn't
yeah.
Loden older or was he?
he looks about that age.
Really?
Well,
Okay.
we don't know what he looks like, but he's described as about that
I
age.
always
No,
thought about him
Loden's
being
got
a little
short
older.
black hair.
Yeah.
Well,
Loden's
this
on-
guy's got long blonde hair.
Who knows how Bacta can affect you?
Yeah,
Only
you're right.
Boba Fett knows.
I mean, yeah.
Fires brag on ship. All right, let's see.
I loved all the Joe Rogan memes of him in the ice tank.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's coming out.
So speaking of Fallen Order, gentlemen, my number 5 is Cal Kestis' lightsaber drop on Batu. Brad, you and I were there.
We were there. It was
That-
fun
It
times.
should have made 2022. That should have been 2021.
That should have been,
but
no, it should have been 2020.
Oh, you're
but
right,
We got
yeah.
pandemicked.
Yeah.
So,
2 years late
Demonetized.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
again.
not at this point. There's enough people I think that
Oh, yeah,
feel that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well, we'll get demonetized if I play music over here. So let me
Yeah.
just fuck this up. No, I'm kidding. Beep. Yeah, beep. So Cal's life is it's simple as that. We've been talking forever. We made several terribly wrong decisions on October 1st while Brad was facing. Hold on. I thought about the joke.
Oh.
I'm getting there, Evan. When Brad was facing crowds at Magic Kingdom, I was rope dropping to docks. Evan was at home on October 1st.
I was at work in the morning
Oh.
and then went home and watched Community with Jackson.
Brad
which was-
appreciates my
which
joke.
was still awesome, but not what I planned when I moved here.
No, I'm just poking at the belittle. I'm sorry.
I remember Bob Chapek getting booed.
Oh yeah.
That was my favorite moment of the day. It really was.
But it would have been worth it just for that.
The point I'm trying to make is we were all wrong about when this fucking lightsaber was coming out. They
It's
said
39 different
they
predictions.
said March,
Yeah.
and then they announced March 25th, and I was off of work, and then I went to try to grab a park res, and they were all gone. Thanks a lot,
Yep.
resellers.
You if I'm remembering right, you skylined over from Epcot.
I did.
Right? Okay.
So my mother-in-law and brother-in-law were in. We were hanging out with them. I said I got a dip for 2 seconds. So they were in Disney
hours later.
Springs. They were in Disney Springs. I drove to the boardwalk. I went in through International Gateway.
Scanned.
We scanned.
Turned around.
I used the bathroom because I had to pee really bad. Turned around, Skyliner to to Studios. Got there literally. They let us in like 18 minutes beforehand, and luckily I was able to jump on Brad's reservation.
Yeah,
So
we got
and
lucky.
as soon as Brad got in, we were there.
And you say that because that's when you had to like get a virtual
Yep,
queue,
virtual
QR
Shout
code.
out to Holly because she
for
had gone
docs.
earlier
Yeah.
that morning and got us on the list, and it just like that was like a perfect timing,
Yep.
perfection.
They've
Yep.
got it
Like
fixed
I
now.
got called, I texted you, you got there.
Yep.
I met you like right in
Right in line, yeah.
right in line. Like,
Because I was hanging out by the first
Yeah.
order
Mhm.
section about 2, and you're like, I'm in line. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
let me head over to the dock.
yeah, it was perfect.
The way they do it now is so much better.
Yep.
Like if you know
Yes.
exactly which hilt you want, walk in.
And I do.
Go to the counter.
Qui-Gon,
say I
please.
want Qui-Gons. They say it's
2025
not
is gonna
here
be
yet.
lit.
So
I have to go
you
get
can't get it.
Plo Koon on that discount over at Springs because
Yeah.
I don't have his,
Mhm.
so I gotta
It's
go
a-
get
It's
that.
at docks too.
Is
It's
it?
not just
well,
Springs.
I can't get to docks.
No, that's true. That's true.
The Count Dooku's is one of them.
Yeah,
That's
we didn't
the only
talk
one
about
I
that on
don't
the new
have.
show.
I
Yeah,
have.
we should have.
That's not Blue Koo, right?
No, it's Sith.
I'm sorry.
Sith.
No, Sidious.
Sidious is.
Sidious
you.
is the one I don't have. That I'm sorry, I meant Sidious.
Is this them
Okay.
trying to clear shop so we have
Yes.
new
This
ones
is
coming?
them. This is them getting rid of inventory so they can get new shit in.
Thank God.
100%.
Which is wild because like a year ago we only had like 3
Oh, that
lightsabers
was
at docks.
that got dark there for a year ago when I was in San Francisco. I was flipping off the cargo ships.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I was
Like-
Like Cal Kestis
Yeah.
is out there.
He's
somewhere.
we went from having 3 sabers at docks to now them discounting them, trying to get out.
Not only
Like,
that, they were giving away free Halcyon shields.
well, because those were the dumbest things they've ever made. Who
Oh, I
wanted
have
Yeah,
those?
some
they-
of the
they didn't
shields.
sell
I
well.
won't. I
No.
have one.
I know
why,
you do.
That's
I know.
why they didn't sell well, or because no one liked them.
Like
so
I
they're
like I
take
get
it.
them
We don't
though,
want
for
it.
the
Give it
lightsaber
away.
training. It's kind of cool.
I
but
loved it for lightsaber training.
Yeah.
I lightsaber training was fun for me. It's not
I
on my
did
list,
have fun.
but it's fun.
It's not
fun.
on my list either. So Evan, what's speaking
It's-
on the
it
list?
looks.
There's
be-
a good segue right there.
Number
that's,
4.
That's the best segue right there.
Yeah, all right.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, go.
You did better.
Thank you. I
I never do
truly-
segues, so
I truly wake up in the middle of the night hoping that Evan thinks that my segue is on this
I,
podcast.
I'm glad you're
He's
taking
gonna
our
have a panic
podcast
attack
seriously.
tonight.
We're taking the podcast seriously
Yeah.
now. That's what it's about.
That's what it's
It's
all
curve
about. Being
4.
very for real about fictional science I almost said science fiction.
What's your number 4, you fucking
Space fantasy
ferret?
shit.
Oh man, my number
You looking son of a bitch.
Looking bitch ass.
that tracks. That checks out. I
It's
feel
okay.
like
Tom looks like Santa from fucking Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah,
and
Santa's
I
a
look
ginger, y'all.
I look like the mail carrier.
wow. That's
Let me show you.
no, I know what you mean. Oddly
You know what I'm
specific.
talking about?
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Santa
yeah,
Claus
he
is Coming
knows.
to Town.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
knows
the
those
guy with the
fucking-
slots on his jaw because his
Yeah,
jaw is
it's
so-
me. It's my face. That's literally
Yeah.
my fucking jawline
Yeah.
is that guy.
And Tom's Kris Kringle.
I am.
Nice.
I am old Kris Kringle.
My number
I'm the
4
king of
is
jingling.
most of the Tales of the
Jingle,
Jedi,
jingle, jingle.
but specifically the Count Dooku Tales of the
Oh,
Jedi.
it's so good.
When
Yeah.
Qui-Gon's there,
It's not on my list,
Obi-Wan's being
surprisingly.
mentioned.
It was until I removed it.
Oh my
a minute
gosh,
ago.
is this the only Tales of the Jedi?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Wow, but yeah,
Only because I removed it for
go ahead and say it because that's my number 4.
the last one we just talked about.
Oh, got it. That's my number 4. More Dooku
Beautiful.
stuff was awesome.
Yeah, it was
He's
great.
and it proved Tom right that Mace Windu is terrible.
Thank you.
He's not terrible. He knew what was going on. You
But
can't call,
he'd go
it's
about
like,
it better.
It's like saying Skylar's terrible in Breaking Bad when she just knew what was going on and called him out on his bullshit.
Well, does she go about it better than Mace? Because Mace doesn't.
Kind of, but shit goes down. Watch Breaking Bad. It's the greatest show of all time. Only
It's an
5
expose.
seasons. It's an expose. No, he was not. He's not an asshole. He was right.
He is right.
He's
but
right.
Go about it different.
He's right.
Thanos
What's
wa-
the deal with Mace Windu?
Thanos is kind of right too.
I mean, come on. He's right. Anakin's turning to the dark side. Come on. He's gonna kill a bunch of kids.
He needs some milk.
Fred, what's your number 4, please?
Okay, my number 4 is the finale of the Halcyon.
Dang.
So good.
Yeah.
The moment that really stands out for me is when he first pulls Rey.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
I mean, we all know that it's like a conveyor belt.
of course,
Yeah.
but from
But
where we were
from where-
standing, it looked
it
fucking
looked
badass.
awesome.
You just don't expect it.
No,
As soon
you're
as you
just not
see it, you're like,
expecting
oh, I know
it.
how it works.
Yeah.
But you're like, I didn't expect that to happen. Like,
That I have a lot of pushback with people going like it's just this on like Rise of the Resistance, and it's like, okay, that's fine to say like that effect is just this, but you don't have that same reaction to the Haunted Mansion.
it's the same
And
on
you,
the Haunted
and you
Mansion.
held
It's
it you hold
just
it up
this.
as like a higher thing
yeah.
when it's a lesser effect, but you hold it in a higher regard. It drives
Right.
me nuts.
Yep.
And Haunted Mansion is my all-time favorite Disney ride.
Yep.
If they ever decide that they're going to change that, I'm chaining myself to it. And
They are
I'll,
changing
like,
it. They're putting the Hatbot Ghost in it.
Well, that's an
That's
improvement,
a-
though.
I know.
That's a
I'm
plus.
so fucking
yeah,
excited
that's a
about
plus.
That won't happen.
I'm
next
gonna-
year.
How funny
I'm
would it be
gonna
though?
Bust! I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
How funny would it be though if it wasn't Disneyland's Hatbox? If it was Jared's Leto face instead?
I'll kill myself.
Me too.
I will
Well, they
literally
wouldn't
jump
dare.
off the fucking Haunted Mansion.
wouldn't
top of
dare.
the
We'd
Haunted
be in the
Mansion.
Oh,
ghost.
boy.
We'd be
I'd
in the Haunted
They'd
Mansion.
be like, "There's not any more.
There's
room
no
Close
more
it down
room.
because they're like, well, we got 1,000 guys.
1,000,
Sorry.
that's a wrap. Yeah,
But yeah, the simplest effects
Yeah.
are often the best.
yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't see her pick up the saber that was on the ground, so
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I know
That's
you
not a
did,
simple
but,
effect. That's not even an effect. That's just a pick it
but
up.
but
I
it
didn't
still
see
worked
it.
because I didn't see it. Yeah.
I knew to look for it, but I was so distracted
That's-
by what was going on
yeah.
that I didn't notice.
That's
it.
what they do is they distract you. They say,
That's
look over
fine.
here. And grab
It's
this.
called sleight of hand, Evan.
yeah.
Yeah, she slid her hand down to the ground and picked the new one up.
It doesn't.
She
bother me.
did.
Yeah.
She did. Well, my number 4, we've talked about it thus far, but I'll just say what I love about it. Yes.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, do we think they kind of overhyped the lightsaber thing on the Halcyon?
Oh, the
The
ignition of a
actual
real
ignition.
one?
I mean, you only see it.
Tad.
You only see it for a half a second,
And you don't
if
know
you
when
don't
it's
know
coming
it's
almost.
yeah.
That doesn't make it
Tad.
less
Yeah.
cool.
True.
I mean, they made videos about it, and it just seemed
They
kind
did.
of unnecessary. To,
They had
like,
the Ray
promote.
actress
If you
do it.
didn't show that and you saw that moment, you'd
That's
be
what they
like,
should have
What
done.
the fuck?
Yeah, but they wanted people to get
but
Were you-
that's not gonna.
Who
that's
was
not moving the
saying,
needle
I'm going to pay
marketing-wise.
$5,000 just to see that? No one
Correct.
was saying, like,
We were.
no,
We
I
were
was.
gonna go
we
either
were going to
way.
go no
I
matter
know.
what. Yeah, they shouldn't have marketed
They
that.
should have marketed that.
But the whole marketing was terrible for the Halcyon.
it was bad.
So,
Yeah.
but there's still people to this day that think you can buy that.
Ooh.
It's like people are so stupid.
I want one so bad.
Oh, I'd love one, but
When
yeah,
they
no.
announce it, yes, I'll be excited. But like,
Do you think
why-
that's ever
why
gonna
would you
happen?
think?
That they're gonna?
Oh yeah, like 10 years from now.
Yeah,
Think so?
a little down
Yeah.
the line. I've always thought they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be. Could you fucking imagine holding something like that and like, dude? It gives
Well,
me chills.
you just
It gives
you-
me. I hate that I'm that big of a nerd.
you can't.
But it gives
move
me
it,
fucking
though.
chills to be like, I don't care. The fact that I could turn on a lightsaber hilt and they would do like.
Yeah, it's so flimsy though. As soon as you like move it, it just
Have,
it just like
have you
flops.
messed with it?
No,
Oh, I was about to
I
say.
would, dude. I would be bragging about that
I was
to
about
everyone
to
I know
say.
if I ever touch that thing.
if he ever touched that long, hard dildo thing.
Yep, that flops around.
That
as soon as
flops
you-
around. He likes
yeah.
the floppy flop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Oh,
I
no,
wanted-
no,
I
you're
wanted to
good.
point that out.
Yeah. My number 4, basically episode 6, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Luke, just like your father. We've talked about it. I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
How can we not?
Great
say?
moment.
So yeah,
That's
my
not
number.
fan service, though, right? I agree, it's not. But if
What?
Obi-Wan saying,
They-
Leia, you're like your
fan
father,
service.
and then
Interesting.
Ahsoka saying Luke is like your father,
that
service?
that conversation.
it's not fan service. I say it's not.
I say it's not because of the way it's worded.
Exactly.
Like they're not like Luke doesn't turn around and say, "Tell me about Anakin Skywalker, who you were the Padawan of. He was your master." Like
Exactly.
that'd be a little fan servicey.
Yeah.
But fans know what their relationship is.
That is true.
So you think Ahsoka
You don't have to say it.
Yeah.
That's my point. You don't have to say it because everyone knows. So it's fan service either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part is true. Like, you don't have to say it. But it's cool to see Ahsoka be kind of like a mentor
Yeah.
to Luke, who
yeah.
is like the mentor of Grogu.
I hope we see a little Ahsoka training Luke a bit
I would fucking
Dude, that'd be insane.
in the Ahsoka series. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
her training Luke.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
She knows more than he does.
Oh, yeah.
She should essentially be a better Jedi than he is.
You think she
Shit.
knows more than him? She walked away.
I think that makes her a better Jedi.
Yes.
Because the
By
current definition of
definition,
Jedi
yes.
is not real.
But hang on, you got to remember, Luke's at this time. A, he set up a school. B, he's been doing all this like relic hunting. He's hopping around with Lando, looking at temples and gaining all this knowledge. You really think he's less of a Jedi than Ahsoka?
Ahsoka's been doing her own thing, man. Like she's been kind of taking her own path, especially after the order fell.
I'm not going to sit here and let you tell me that a woman is better than a man at anything. Okay?
I got this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, I think that's funny. No, I don't know. I'd have to see. I mean, do we know anything about her canonically once she steps out in this time period? Do we know what she's been up to?
Rebels is about it.
Rebels not. What about her novel? Unless
Oh,
something.
I
That's
haven't-
before. That's like
That's like Tales
not
of the
before
Jedi
Rebels.
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
might have crushed the novel.
Most of
So-
it isn't like the same as Tales
Yeah,
of
so
the
all
Jedi.
we know is what
The
we
book's
saw in
good.
Tales,
Yeah.
what's in Clone Wars, and what's in Rebels. Yeah, and what's in Book of Boba Fett and Mando. I know she's saying.
we'll have to wait and see. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the fact
I
that-
struggle with saying she's as powerful as Luke because if she was, I think she'd be helping.
Well, I
I
think
think she's a better
the
swordsman
fact
than Luke.
that she has kind
No
of
chance.
seen that Jedi are disillusioned
No
with what
chance.
Jedi are.
She's had way
Better
more
swordsman than
Yeah,
Luke?
she's been
Oh,
way
yeah.
more formal training than he has.
Oh yeah,
Fucking Yoda in his prime,
Don't
Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Yoda.
Anakin.
Luke had
Anakin
Yoda.
taught
Luke
her
had
how
Yoda.
to.
But she gave that all up. She's out of practice.
Ahsoka would fuck
she's
Luke
not out
up
of practice.
and
we
in
saw,
a lightsaber
we saw her
fight.
in
No
Mando
chance.
not out of practice. She wasn't out of practice there in Mando.
She was murking those fuckers outside.
Yeah.
I forgot
Like-
about that episode of Mando.
She's
All right, I
definitely
stand
not out of
corrected. I
practice.
stand
She's
corrected.
won
I think
like
Luke
50
could,
battles.
I think
at
Luke
least.
would murk her in a straight up, like we're talking like my dad could beat up your dad. I think Luke would murk her as a whole, but maybe with lightsaber. Okay, I forgot about the episode of Mando where she's. What's the chick's name that she goes after? Where she says like,
I
"Where's
forget
Grand
her name,
Admiral
too.
Thrawn?"
Yeah, I forget her name.
The
That
Magistrate.
episode? Magistrate.
Yeah, she fights a magistrate with only one, too. Remember? She gets the other one
But
knocked
she
in
like
that water.
barely won that.
In Brad's
right?
defense, though,
Not really.
the magistrate disarms one lightsaber.
Right,
And
but
Ahsoka has
You
one
think-
left and still wins.
Do you think she's going to disarm Luke Skywalker, the magistrate? Get the fuck out of here.
Wait,
Now
what?
that I'm thinking about that.
If it was
Luke
Luke
fights
versus
her, you
magistrate.
think she disarms Luke Skywalker? No chance.
Who, Ahsoka?
No,
No,
the
the
magistrate.
Magistrate? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, because Luke fights with one saber, so he's using two hands
Yeah,
on a saber, so it's harder
little-
to
yeah,
get one
yeah,
out.
it's harder to do to one
Ahsoka's
saber
holding
versus
one
two.
saber in
Yeah.
each
Yeah,
hand.
bitch, get it together. Get one lightsaber.
She also
like
had
everyone
a,
else did.
She had a
What are you
big
doing?
spear made of Beskar too, so it's a heavy hand. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think Ahsoka's a better swordsman than Luke.
I think
do.
so, too.
She's had way
Those are
way
good,
better
good
training.
points, though.
Yeah, no, that's a
I
good
don't
point.
know, man. I don't know. This would be a fun debate. Let's say this
Yeah.
for a debate. I want to come prepared because I'm remembering things that I forgot about
Okay.
with her, and
And that's
episode
why
of
we need
Mando.
Ashley on the show, so we can be
There
like,
you go.
Ashley,
Who
wins?
would win in a lightsaber battle?
Yeah.
Evan, is it your
Mark
number
Hamill
3
or
now?
Ashley Eckstein?
Evan, is it your number 3? Let's
My
make this-
number 3, yes, is no surprise here. I think they're mostly Evan moments on the show here, but episode finale is what I was about to say. The finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi, where they tricked me and Brad. I think Tom still believed he was coming, but Qui-Gon
yeah.
shows up
Yeah.
at the end there. His Force Ghost just pops out of nowhere, and he's like, "About time, dude. Like, where you been? I've been here the whole time."
Yep.
That's amazing. And then
Wait,
before
what?
that,
So do.
I had this on my list and I removed it because but it says it is a no duh thing. Of course, I loved it.
but like, and before that, before Qui-Gon shows up, Obi-Wan's talking to Luke, and he just goes, "Hello there." I was like, "You got me."
Yeah.
That is fan service, 1,000,000%. I agree. Doesn't need to be there. It was stupid, but it made me laugh. I was like,
Service is not a bad thing.
yeah, it just made me
Hello
laugh.
there.
Yep.
Where do you keep getting Cokes from?
My backpack.
Next to the LaCroix. So,
Pull them out of my ass.
You like nachos?
but yeah, he said the thing, and I laughed because I'm like, oh, I didn't think he was gonna say it. Like it's a meme, but he said the thing.
Hello there.
Yep. And I loved it.
It's so funny what things become things.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to me.
Who picks and chooses too? Like it just in the subconscious of everyone.
It's
all of a
weird.
sudden, that
It's just
hello
something
there's
everybody
a thing.
notices. Yeah.
He says it like twice in the movies, and now it's a thing.
The big one is when he sees Grievous. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hello there.
Yep.
That's the.
He says it a couple times in the animated series, but it's just he says it once in A New Hope, once in Revenge of the Sith, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's his thing." He says hello there.
Do you think hello there was something that they carried over from A New Hope?
Yeah.
I don't
You
think.
think so?
You think
Yep,
George did
I
on
do.
purpose? I don't think
Yes,
George did on
I
purpose.
1,000%. Yeah.
I think
he's just that
George
bad-
is-
I think he's just that bad of a writer.
I think so too.
Oh,
He was
okay.
like, "What would Obi-Wan do?" He'd go, "Hello there." Okay, good enough. Like,
Brad was number 3.
My number 3 is being at the Obi-Wan Kenobi premiere at Star Wars Celebration.
Good premiere.
I got to watch this show. You know, we can debate the quality of it, right? But we're watching episode 1 and 2, the premiere night at Star Wars Celebration with 3,000 other people in this massive ass convention space room that are all just as, if not more excited than me to see this.
Mhm.
And I got lucky with even getting into it. I didn't have a wristband to get in. I
Yeah.
had a friend who knew a guy who gave me a wristband. So I got stupid lucky. And it was just, I want to do a panel at the next Star Wars Celebration. I want to do one on Batu. I want to do the same Batu one again. I want to do a Halcyon one, and I want to do one called Celebrating Celebration. And it's where we just talk about I got friends who have been to like them since they were like 4.
Yeah, you got to get
I've-
one.
I was gonna
too,
say
like,
you're
l-
definitely
late
not gonna
one.
need me for that because I don't know. I've never been. I can't.
Neither
But
have
it's
I.
just it's just people talking about, and it can be like a fan interaction thing. And when I say fan, I mean Star Wars fan, not fan of us, but fan of like, hey, I've been to. This is my favorite moment from Star Wars Celebration, but this would be 100% on my favorite moments of Star Wars Celebration because whether the show panned out or not, like
It was a fine show.
the show's great. It's fine. It's good. It was really good. It's
Yeah.
middle. It's way better than Andor, to me. But it's I would say middle of the road. I'd say they're probably kind of close. But the excitement around this was what Celebration was built around this past year, was this show.
It's true.
And everyone was there. Ewan McGregor was there. I mean, I saw Ewan McGregor doing a commercial with Nissan. Like, I saw him from me to Tom. Like, that's how close I was. It was fucking cool.
Hello there.
That's what he said. And I was like, oh, he said the thing.
And that's all he says
And I
too.
went,
That's all he ever says
like
now
that.
in interviews, even. That's it. So, Ewan,
there.
what do you think about the episode 6 of Obi-Wan Kenobi? There.
Hello there.
Oh,
great.
interesting.
Interesting take.
So,
That's a good take.
your character development between episode 6 and 7, I felt it was pretty good. How was that writing? You think?
Hello there.
Oh, excellent. Okay, nice.
Now, one critique we've seen of the show is that, you know, it's very similar to another Star Wars property called Jedi Fallen Order. Do you have any comment on, like, how close that is? And, like, one of the things that happened in the show was very close. Do you have anything to say about it?
I'm Cal Kestis.
It's because he thought he was Cal Kestis.
I like how both of us were like interviewing Tom. We looked at Tom and we were like, "Tom, what do you think?" That's what
I
it
was just
basically
hitting buttons.
Yeah, you were just.
But, no, it was so fucking cool to be there for that.
That's awesome.
And I think about it too. Like, you're in a room of 3,000 Star Wars fans, and the second episode, the ending of it with him in the back to tank, and
Right.
your first look of Hayden. backwards.
Yeah, dude.
People were, dude. That place lost its fucking
Yeah,
mind.
as it should have.
It lost its fucking mind. I'm getting fucking stoked thinking about it. It was so fucking cool.
It was sick with it.
It was sick with it, bro.
Sick with it.
That room was sick with it.
Sick with it.
Oh
All right, Tom, number 2.
No,
Or three.
my number
Three.
3. God, you're not paying
I
attention.
keep forgetting we started with him. We never start with Evan.
We usually do start with Tom.
My number 3 is simply Anakin Skywalker's return to live action. Simple as that. Especially flashbacks, or my favorite shot of all of Kenobi, Anakin standing off in the distance when Obi-Wan sees him on
That's your
whatever
favorite?
planet was.
my shot from Obi-Wan.
Like
Kenobi.
just the
One
ghost
them,
version
yeah.
of him, basically. And not a ghost, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah, actually, that is my favorite shot of the whole series.
that is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Mine is the one with him with the mask when the mask gets
Yeah,
cut and
yeah,
he's
that's fine.
talking as Anakin
Oh, there's
and
some-
Vader.
there's something about that coming up.
Fucking Christ.
What's your number 2, Evan?
But I just rewatched this
Yeah.
Tom's very episode he's talking about.
Yep.
This episode of Kenobi, I think I've watched like 5 times now.
Nice.
And then the finale, I've probably watched 4 or 5
Yeah.
times. So my number 2 is
I'm going to rewatch it this week.
this moment Brad's talking about here, where like the lightsaber fight
After
between
Man of
Vader and Kenobi, where they yes. So
I told Tom I was going to watch it last week and I didn't.
yep.
And you will be relentlessly called out on Fourth Mother Box until you do.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah, I
it.
don't believe that.
I'm gonna watch it in the car tomorrow.
All right.
As he's driving. No.
I need Holly to take a picture of you doing that.
Of
Yes.
me holding the phone while I'm
Yeah.
driving with
Picture
my
it
kids
in
in the
the-
back.
Yeah. Headphones on.
What's your number 2, Evan? Take
But
a
yeah,
proof.
the finale of Kenobi, the lightsaber fight specifically between
hell yeah.
Vader and Obi-Wan.
On the
That
spire-looking Batu.
yeah. Yeah.
Like
I mean, even take that out cuz it's definitely not Batu, but
Right,
like,
it's not.
people like we were reaching me specifically back then, reaching me like, "Oh, it kind of looks like Batu, it could be." But
Yeah, we haven't done that.
that's the least cool part of that. Like the whole fight scene's awesome. The lighting's great. The like Vader's kind of winning for a while, but then at the end, obviously Obi-Wan wins,
Right.
and it's just like all the dialogue in that was great.
It's good
It
dialogue.
was all great. And then like Brad said, the helmet being cut in half, which they did kind of borrow from Rebels. So they
Yeah.
borrowed a lot from
Don't care.
Jedi
Better
Fallen
in,
Order
better in
slash
live
Rebel.
action,
I agree.
especially with it being Hayden.
But also like that probably could happen multiple times. Like you can definitely cut somebody's helmet
Oh,
in
sure.
half
Yeah.
Yeah.
twice.
That's
Like,
how he got the new helmet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. So and that also does help that. Like, oh, why is his helmet
Mhm.
different between this and this? So
Exactly.
that's why. There
That's
you
the
go.
first thing I thought of. I'm like,
Me
oh,
too.
that's how he gets the helmet
Me too.
Yeah.
in Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
New
Yeah.
Hope.
So there you go. That's all you got to know.
What's
All
your number
right.
2, Brad?
My number 2, and I bounced back and forth between this one and my number 1, but I ultimately landed on my number 1 for different reasons we'll talk about when we get there. But this was me doing the panel at Celebration.
Okay.
I was the first panel back after the pandemic. It was so overwhelming, man. It was, and then Matt Martin being there, like Jesus. I mean, that whole thing was just fucking
Yeah.
wild. I've said all I gotta say about it, and I don't want to
Yeah.
rehash anything.
That's the thing
but-
about these top 10s. We've said a lot about every single
Yeah.
point, so it's like, go back and listen.
Yeah.
That's your homework.
But if you don't want to do that, like it was just so fucking cool.
No,
to,
make him do that. That's how
to
we get
be
listeners.
to be a voice and like. And I'm not saying this. Matt Martin said this, being an authority about Batu. Like we know a lot about Batu. We probably know more than anybody collectively as a group knows about Batu, other than the people who made
Outside
Batu.
of the people that engineered it.
But yeah, man, it was just cool. It was so cool. I love California. I wish it wasn't a shit show, but it was fun to be there, and it was just awesome. And I don't know. I get emotional talking about it. I know it's stupid, but it was. I put a lot of work into the panel, and I was the only downfall was that you guys weren't fucking there. I still fucking wish that you guys were there because it was hard for me to talk for an hour straight. I hate hearing my own voice to begin with, but
yeah,
it
I wish I
was-
would have been there too.
I
there
know,
was just
man, it was
too
fucking
much
awesome.
had been
No,
going
I
on.
totally
in
understand.
the past like 30 days.
Dude, if
I
it
totally
happened
understand.
right now, I could make it happen.
Well, it's good.
But like,
I know. I'm not shitting on you guys. I'm just saying. I wish. When I say I wish you guys were there, it's because I wanted to. Like that would be such a fucking cool moment for us all to be involved with.
but I kind of like how it happened where like you started this. This is your show, your baby. You've started. We've joined you on this journey, but you went to this panel. It was just you there. We helped you, of course, just like we've joined you. So we joined that panel, but it was just you. So now the next time we do it, hopefully at least one or two, all three of us will be there with you.
It'd be fun, man.
So
It
that
was
would
so
be
much
perfect.
fun. I'm bummed out. Celebrations in London next year. I'm so bummed.
Yeah. There's only a
Next
matter of
American
time.
one. Next American
We're
one, I'm
doing it.
going.
We're
Whether
going
it's
hard in the
Chicago, here, LA, I'll go to it.
I hope it's
Next
in
American
Chicago.
one.
Chicago was fun.
I'm pulling for
times.
Chicago or here. I'd take
Chicago.
either.
Here would be great. 'cause I could
Here's
just,
fine.
Here's just the
Here's
most
perfect.
selfish
It's
answer.
right down the road.
Yeah, it's the most
Yeah, let's
selfish
do
answer, but I'll take Chicago.
You and me, we live like 3 minutes away from the fucking convention
Right.
center.
Yeah. And I'll just.
You're like just a few minutes past that too.
But yeah, probably 15 minutes. All right, we're
yeah.
to my number 2.
I love that.
Oh, yeah,
That
sorry.
I'm sorry. That was just that might like if I did a top 100 moments of all time for me
Yeah,
as a
of
Star Wars
course,
fan, it would be
yeah.
up there.
Definitely,
Absolutely.
definitely.
There's only one moment that tops this for me this past year. And
Okay.
I don't think you guys are gonna even know what it's gonna be. You might.
Ooh.
It's the only thing I cried at this year.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know what it is now. My number 2 is the releases and the announcement officially of Jedi Survivor, Fallen Order sequel. Just because of the hype, we knew it was like we all felt it in the air. Like even though they gave us shit for news on this, and I appreciate that. Like all of this development and knock on wood, like I've seen a lot of the games that I'm looking forward to: Hogwarts Legacy, Kill the Justice League, Gotham Knights to an extent. They all had major delays. Like those games were supposed to be out like already this year, or the year previously, and now Fallen Order 2, Survivor. It's just gonna happen.
Don't
You know what I
jinx
mean?
it.
Like,
I'm not
Knock on all that.
until it is in my hand. I'm not convinced.
Well, it's
I'm
not
with
gonna
you,
be in my
but-
hand for a couple years because I'm not buying a whole new.
I'm with you, but
Xbox.
like
Only thing I would give myself pushback on is that they've already started selling it.
yeah,
True.
yeah.
True.
They've pre-order like they have a
The
firm
Legacy Saber,
date.
All that
Yeah,
stuff.
this is panning out. Like they're ready. It's
Yeah,
done.
I think it's done. I
Yeah.
think they're printing it. And
Yeah,
it's
it's
coming- going
ready to
print, so
go.
I think we're good.
Yep.
I think they started working on it immediately. Like they took a month break because it got popular like almost right
It was-
away.
well, no,
Yeah.
that was the other than episode 9, that was the biggest panel at Celebration.
Yeah.
I was in the room when that panel went down.
Yeah.
It was wild. People were fucking freaking out.
Yeah.
It was the
I know,
first time
like-
they've done a canon Star Wars game to this level with a story like that.
Mhm.
I mean, Battlefronts can't. I
Yeah.
mean, Star
But
Wars.
it's got like a 10-minute story.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
yeah.
that book is fucking fantastic. The book's better than the game. But
Yeah.
people were fucking freaking out about this game.
Yeah, there's
And
so many
rightfully so.
people
It's
that
fucking
aren't
great.
Star Wars fans that know that game. Like
Yeah,
gamers
100%.
know that game.
Yeah,
and play
it's
that
a gamer.
Yep.
It's very much like a. It crosses a lot of tiers there, where it's like gamers
Mhm.
love it, Star Wars
Yeah.
fans love it. It checked a lot of boxes.
It's really
in a
it's-
good way.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we've reached the point of the number 1 for all of us.
Where
Now
Tom and mine are definitely the same.
mine and Evan's are the exact same.
Do you know for a fact? Did you guys talk about it?
No,
no,
but
but our
mine,
hints were pretty obvious. in the
mine
group chat.
is and
I didn't know what you guys were talking about.
I
Evan
said it's gonna have to be a good journey until our next podcast
all
to figure out
the Halcyon, the whole
the
thing.
entire Halcyon.
Oh,
I
the
can't.
entire Halcyon
Okay,
is mine.
so
Yeah, if I
So-
did it moment by
Evans.
moment, the
Yeah.
whole top 10
So-
would have been Halcyon.
Mine is also Halcyon related.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
that's what I figured.
Okay.
All three of us were going to have this.
Yes,
as
All
number
right,
one.
so let's just say it and then we'll talk about it as
Oh,
a group.
the Halcyon.
it exists. I went to it. That's my
what,
number one.
What moment would you go as your number one moment?
Oh my gosh!
Because
I
all
can't.
three of us have number ones on the Halcyon. I know mine.
I'd have
off
to go
the
back
jump.
to my top
All right,
10
all right,
list
go.
to see what my
Let me
number
think.
one
Go
Mine
for it.
is 100% seeing the Yoda holocron.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That
That would have been
was
mine if I did
fucking
it. Next time
insane.
I'm seeing it.
I even knew it was coming, and it still made me cry. Like you were with me, I was tearing up in
Yeah.
the fucking room.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with Ray, and like it's not a normal interaction where you're like not involved. You're involved. You did this whole thing to get to this point on Batu. You brought the shit back. It's sitting there in the room. Ray comes in, and it's the first time you see Ray.
SK's involved. Like
The
it
droids
hits
there. I
everything.
mean, like, dude, it's every fucking thing, and it's like on the second night, right before the finale hits, and like it's just I don't care. Like, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. But it was one of the coolest things I've ever experienced as a Star Wars fan. It was fucking unreal.
Yeah, I believe
It was. It made me truly feel like I was in that universe.
Yeah.
And the rest of the stuff did too, but it was just the culmination of running around Batu, doing it, being
Yeah.
there,
Especially because
getting
you guys worked your
involved.
asses off. Like
took
most
forever.
people don't do everything that you did. They just
Well-
kind of walk in and it happens. You guys actually earned it.
Yeah,
I was
we
with
did
you
a
on
lot,
Batu
yeah.
when you earned it. I wasn't on your voyage, so I didn't get to see it with you, but I saw the work you put in.
And like then seeing it in person, like the video does not do it fucking justice, man. It looks
Nope.
like shit in that video. It,
Dang.
it looked.
I've still never even watched a video, and I'm
it
not
looked
going to.
complete.
Oh, wow.
Don't do it. It
I'm
looked.
not.
It looked
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
perfect in person.
Dang.
And I found out how they did it from Matt Martin at the panel. But
Ooh, don't tell me.
you know how they do it.
I
Yeah,
don't even
that's-
want to think about it. And I'll figure it out when I see it.
It's still cool.
It's unreal, man. That's to me like that was like they couldn't have done something cooler on the Halcyon. to include Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fucking Christ.
I'd say my favorite moment was night 1.
Dinner?
No.
You like eating.
Oh,
We all like eating. What are you talking about?
yeah. I was like,
You're the foodie. You like eating.
Yeah.
I love eating.
yeah,
I was,
you were
I,
more.
was I can't make a joke.
No,
Jesus
it's a
Christ.
serious
I
show.
forgot.
Serious show.
This is very serious.
Get it
Very
together.
serious.
Damn it, Brad.
Serious
I
show.
forgot. Play
love
my
that.
fart. It's so
I love
serious.
that. You're just like, I can't make a joke. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, first night, atrium. Our Saja, our Besh Saja,
Bash. Door.
boo.
Crash.
She was by herself. She was just kind of walking around, and I grabbed her because I was intended to talk to everybody.
Hashtag me too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't you
Dun,
cancel
dun, dun,
Borel or Borel?
So
What's her-
Borel stopped her.
Don't cancel him.
and said, I started talking about Force feeling pulled to the Force during lightsaber
He's like,
training.
I feel the force in my pants right now.
yeah.
He was not like that.
I'm gonna assume Brad molests that Jabba the Hutt pillow over there every night.
No, that's the
No.
Triceratops. We've established this.
Come on, man. You know who
Or
I am.
Stegosaurus.
Or
Whatever the
also
dinosaur was.
Stinky the Hutt over there.
I
Yeah.
told you I cut a hole in the Mando. I
Oh,
gave you the in earlier. You
it's a
still
really
fucked
small
it up.
hole. So,
Your
Brad-
mom didn't think so.
oh, I knew you were going. That's a Kyle level joke right
I
there.
know,
KLJ.
KLJ.
Yeah.
I coined a phrase
He
this week.
did. He
KLJ.
did.
Kyle level
What
joke.
the fuck was I talking about? All right. So anyway, long story short, we found out the Sajas are Guardians of Will. That's my number one moment.
You've told the story again, but how'd you find out?
We just started talking to her.
So, yeah, I started talking to her about feeling the pull to the Force and lightsaber training, and she's like, "Come with me," and she pulled and then Brad was looking. You were looking at the model of the ship right at the atrium. I think you were
Yes.
taking like a
Mhm.
video of it, and I said, "Hey, let's go. This is about to be big." So and then we went in the corner, and that's when she told us,
By the hologram.
yeah, like
Those-
to the
those
right.
Tubes, those giant hollow tubes.
It's where
or
that
whatever, right?
it's where you
Mhm.
get that water. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
the water
between
was
the
like
water
right
and the
behind it.
tab. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that little
She
corner
just started
over there.
talking to us, and she just casually dropped that Sajas are Guardians of the Will. And she was going to give us something to
We were
do.
like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
like she was going to give it because she talked about my kyber crystal thing, and then the stormtroopers came over there on a drop of a dime and grabbed somebody's kyber crystal
Mine.
necklace. Yeah, because we were talking about it, and I was like, how the fuck? Like the troopers had to be in the subway lounge or something.
Whoever was on that Saja's
Yeah.
mic heard it, and then they called the troopers and said, "Go
Yep.
over there."
Sure did.
So cool.
For
that
sure
was
it's how it happened.
my favorite moment on the Halcyon.
Yeah, man.
You know what I think one thing would be good for marketing on the Halcyon would be showing the behind the scenes of how it works.
You're not wrong. Honestly.
I think people would be interested.
Eventually, yes.
I think people would be
Yes.
like, "Holy
Not
shit, they
anytime
go
soon.
they go that hard with this."
If
Like,
this was 90s, there would have already been 7 channels on like the Discovery Channel that were like, "Here's the hour-long behind the
There'd
scenes."
be like a
Hi,
60 minutes.
I'm Michael Eisner.
Yeah,
We're
Modern
on the
Marvels.
Halcyon.
I'm
Modern-
Bob Straws on next
Yes.
on 60 minutes.
Yep.
The Modern Marvels episode this week is the Galactic Star Cruiser. Like that's what.
Yeah.
it would have
Family Matters goes to the Halcyon.
been. Oh, even
Yeah.
better if they did TV
Full
specials.
House on the
Dude.
Full
Halcyon.
House in the Halcyon.
Yes.
What
Full
would be the
Halcyon?
best idea?
Full
Full Halcyon.
Full
There we go.
Halcyon. It was right there.
What would be the best 90s sitcom on the Halcyon episode and go?
Step by step.
Moving on up. The
Wh-
Jeffersons. I didn't.
That's
I
not
said
90s.
Oh, 90s. I didn't hear the 90s part. Sanford and Son. No. Savi and Son. Sanford and Son.
That'd be awesome.
You gonna go away and
I
talk
think-
shit about me, Sasha?
He's from Gedouin. Remember?
Shit.
Irish or African?
Mine would be
I would
Boy
love to
Meets World.
see. Oh, that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
I would have loved Even Stevens because I love Even Stevens.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Even Stevens is
Shia
would be
LaBeouf
good.
on
An
there. and
underrated gem.
Christy
Is
Carlson
Even
Romano.
Stevens-
Disney Plus?
Isn't Even Stevens
Yes.
technically like 2000s?
I think
Yeah,
you're
like
right.
2000.
I think you're
it
right.
may
Pick
have
another one,
started
you
in 90s.
cheater.
Dang.
We're talking TGIF, Boy Meets
I
World.
know.
Yeah, Boy
I
Meets
didn't
World
watch-
is mine.
explains it all.
I didn't watch any of these.
Sabrina
so-
the Teenage Witch. You didn't
Man.
watch any of these?
No.
But see, the Halcyon would have to be
Step by Step was my call.
original
That's a good one.
trilogy.
They
That's a good
fucking
one.
had a roller coaster in the opening credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
I've
good
been
one.
on a
That's probably
coaster
the
like
best
that
answer.
at Six Flags, the American Eagle.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. I
It
remember
probably
looking up
was
what
that one,
was.
wasn't it?
What?
Oh shit! What did I just break?
No, you're good.
I didn't break anything. I swear.
You like the new couch?
Love the new couch. I'm just gonna sleep
You
here.
look
honestly.
cozy
Look at this. I'm
jerking
just
off
like,
on it.
I'm just like,
Dr. Shrimp, Puerto Rico?
man.
I think that's it.
That's
Oh,
it, right?
My
That's
number
it. We did
one,
it.
if I had to pick,
Oh, yeah.
aside from the finale on the Halcyon, aside from that, just the entire dinner of night 1 was awesome, and then it just got even better for me because I stepped out of dinner to go back to the room or something, and I passed Lincoln in the hall, and Lincoln like knew my character and my title. She was like, and it sounds stupid out of context.
No, it
like
doesn't.
not governor, like British governor, not like that, but it was like governor. She like said governor, made eye contact,
Right,
nodded,
governor.
like gave me a nod. It wasn't like hello governor. It wasn't that. It was a governor. Like
Was she cautious with you because you were first order?
Yes,
Ah, I love
that's
that.
what it was. It was
I
like a
love that.
cautious walk
love it.
past, eye contact, head nod. Like okay, I see
Lincoln
you.
Mock was one of the first people we met. She actually walked up to Brad and I.
Yep.
And
Oh,
I
dang.
saw her name tag, and I was like, "You're the cruise director," because you were looking through your ship beforehand. She's like, "Yes,
Yeah.
I am." Like
Yeah.
that was our second interaction. Our first was with Labeth.
Right. So then, like after Linka and I like crossed paths, before I even made it even up the stairs to go back to the atrium, like to go head back to towards our room, our cabin, I saw Lieutenant Croy. Like 30 seconds after seeing Linka Mock, and Croy's being swarmed by like 70 people, like he always is.
Yeah.
And like he makes it a point to like finish all these people, and like he gets them to go away
Oh,
somehow.
wait, what?
Right.
He
Anyhow,
finished all these
yeah,
people.
all 70 people. That's
Come
how.
on.
here, I'll jerk you off
That's how-
vigorously.
My
boy.
Anyway, that was great.
He's never coming on the show now.
It's way
Settled
past it. I already told you he's not coming out because he doesn't like
That's
Evans.
true. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
I was in
Yeah.
the grievance.
That's true in the
last show,
grievances. But he makes it a point to somehow get rid of all these people, go all the way across the hall to me, and then he's like, he says my character's name. He says Avant, and then this and this and this. We got to do this later, and you could do this mission over here. And he's like, make sure I meet you in this group meeting
I
here.
wish this
and, like,
podcast was video.
I don't wish.
I don't wish.
I don't wish it.
But yeah, that
Okay.
was just awesome. Dinner was awesome, and then just
Croy-
two specific
yes.
character interactions.
Croy had all those phenomenal moments.
The
with us.
best.
Yes,
Um,
he made it a point to
My
make
boys?
interactions.
yeah, you forgot, but he called you a Wookiee. Like the first
Yeah.
interaction you had with him, he's like, "Are you part or full Wookiee?"
Yeah.
Like,
I
it was
don't, I don't think I've heard that. I
Yeah,
think that's the
oh,
first time
yeah.
you've
Yeah.
mentioned that.
My
That's
big
It's
awesome.
was
just so
on point.
seamlessly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we do
That's-
a top 10 worst moments in Star Wars of 2022 on the next episode? That'd be fun.
No, why? Because you two are just gonna name Andor.
I
shit.
know you just made that.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
dang it! I didn't
no,
make
no,
my
no.
joke. I was gonna say my number one moment was the speeder bike gang and Boba Fett.
I almost jokingly put as a as an honorable mention. I almost jokingly put the last episode of Andor's credits.
The end credit scene
I,
could have made
I
it.
honestly expected the both of you to.
The
to-
end credit
to
scene
do that,
could have
but-
made it.
No.
Dang.
Vincent, no, I meant like as a bit like that
Right,
it's
like
over.
when
Yeah.
Andor ended, it was my 10th
the
favorite
credits.
moment.
Yeah,
No, because then I was like, we still have one more season.
two more.
There's two
No,
more.
one more.
I thought it was one.
2 seasons.
You think for a second they're not going to renew it after season 2?
They
How
better
popular
not.
it's
No, they
been?
won't. They
They
won't.
better not.
2 seasons. Yeah.
All right, no, I think
I- okay.
Andor's going to be an ongoing show.
Now that I
for
say
sure.
like they better not, I hope they prove me wrong, and I hope I go season 2 was awesome. Holy, like I hope they prove me wrong
there's
and shut me
potential
up.
for sure.
Yeah,
There's
I hope it
potential for sure.
happens.
But all right, that's it. Everyone, I think Christmas has already passed at this point. But I hope you had a good Christmas. If it hasn't passed, hope you have a great Christmas
And a good
Happy New
Festivus.
Year and a good Festivus.
We know that passed.
Go check out Fourth Mother Box over on wherever you get your podcast. It's a great podcast, and you can hear two grown men cry about James Gunn being in charge.
We're talking about Metallica.
Which is justifiable.
I feel like only one of them is crying.
I got to make fun of Tom while he's here.
Oh, that's true.
I'm not going to.
No, I meant Tom. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, good.
No, I didn't. I didn't mean Tom.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you on the next show. And 2023 is going to be fire. We'll see you then.
We're going on the Halcyon together in 2023.
Yeah, we are. Let's
It's
say it.
happening.
We're doing it. Let's say it. Let's commit.
I just committed.
Commit.
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 Pinky promise.
told you
got
last
nothing
time.
going on in 2023.
Swear in
What do
blood.
you got going on?
Scourge. Scourge has to be a priority.
It's going to be, but this doesn't mean the Halcyon can't be.
All right.
There's going to be AP discounts. We're going.
Okay.
We're committing. 2023 for the Halcyon. Holly's going to be pissed.
Scourge will be
We'll see you
priority.
on the
though.
next episode.
Scourge is priority.
Scourge priority. We'll see you on the next episode. Until then, stay safe. May the force be with you.
Always in good journey.
Rise, Jedi Knight.